guys in. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think you're at now with that?
With getting the new guys
Getting
acclimated.
the new guys accustomed to what's going on here.
Man, I think we're probably at a 8 now. It takes those guys a little while because it's different, and I think it's different because we don't have the same approach to our team as most people do. So when we say we're more hands-on, I'm going to talk to you more about life than just basketball, and in a lot of places you don't get that. So, early on, guys think it's just, it's for show, and it's not. That's who we are. We talk about molding men, and it takes more than a game to do that. So I think they know now, that there's a standard here that we operate under, and if it's not met, it's a price to pay. And I think those guys know that now, and that's why you're starting to see some of the consistencies, and we hope that just continues moving forward.
Coach, Bethune-Cookman was a great teacher, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Man, a loss is not a loss if you learn from it. Now, you want to keep those to a minimum. But I think what it did was it told us, when you don't play the right way and when you don't play up to your standard, this is what could happen, no matter who you play. It could have been Weber International. It could have been East Texas A&M. When you don't play the right way and you don't play for each other, it looks totally different. And then because I asked after East Texas A&M, when you got 23 assists, I said, man, guys, take the opponent out of it. That felt a little different today, didn't it? Everybody agreed, okay? We'll bottle it up. We need to hold on to that. And so then you go to Weber International. It doesn't matter the opponent. You have 28 assists. That means you were intentional about playing the right way. And I think when we do that, I think you see it. We're a different team when we play the right way.
I asked Amir last year, what was the game or the trip that kind of changed everything? He said about Massachusetts one up there.
Mm-hmm. Last year we went up to Hofstra.
Yes.
And man, we got popped. It was kind of like Bethune.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they really got us. They were a good team too, and they got us. We came back against UMass. Man, we played a lot better. Now, we didn't win, but we played a lot better. We just didn't do enough to pull that one off, but we played the right way. And so, same scenario. So Amir was like, man, guys, we go down to Florida State next. And we had lost 3 straight, very similar to, when we got the Bethune loss. And, man, I remember, him talking to the team that night in the hotel the night before the game after we had watched film. I just felt it. When we left that room that night, I just remember looking in those dudes' eyes when they left the meeting room. And something, I never said it out loud, I just said to myself, man, we're going to win this game tomorrow. And, man, we came out, and it was, you could just see the difference. It was very similar to East Texas. And all of a sudden, guys, they saw it for the first time, okay, I see what you're saying now. If we do this, we can have success. And from that point on, that team bought into it. So I'm just hoping the same thing happen for us in that Bethune game, and we can, bottle it up and move, keep playing this way moving forward.
Coach talked about the practice after the Hofstra game. Was a totally different animal, totally different thing.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. It wasn't structured that way. It was those guys made a concerted effort to commit to each other. And so they wanted to win, and so all of a sudden now they knew, man, if we want to win, this practice should be as hard as the games. Should be harder than the games. All right? And then, man, it was a war in there that day. And, man, from that day forward, those guys brought it. And so you look up 18 games of conference later, and you're, 16-2? I mean, that's hard to do in any league,
Yeah, 15,
especially this one.
15 in a row.
Yeah.
Coach, nobody could expect to go through what you guys went through.
Yeah.
Just, out of nowhere, this happens. You get the job.
Mm-hmm.
When you looked in the mirror, what's the first thing you said to yourself?
Well, I'll be honest with you. The first thing I thought of was I felt guilty because I knew personally how hard Amir worked to get to this point. And so, you know, I put my feelings to the side, because I just felt so bad because of what happened, and we had several conversations, and man, the thing that stands out to me was always, man, he would always say to me, Fletch, man, I want to be around for these kids. And this was like at Kennesaw, just having general conversations. And so that's why now it stings a little different because, I see the kids, that he wanted to be around for. And, it breaks my heart every time because he said that to me more than once. And so, with that, man, after getting the job, I had to switch gears and was like, look, man, I got to do this for these guys because, yes, I feel terrible, but man, they feel just as bad. So, just had to bottle it up, talk to certain people, and to make sure I was doing okay because my whole thought process was wrong initially, and that's why I needed to speak to someone too, to be able to kind of, put your feelings, not try to mask it, but like get it out. And so once I was able to do that, that's when you can shift your mind, folks. You shift your mindset onto, all right, let's go about getting these guys better every single day.